Everyone makes the same mistake. Open Photoshop, think for a few seconds, and open YouTube. Find the most popular video, take a screenshot, put your face on it, change the text a little bit, and boom! You have a 1 million views thumbnail. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's be real. Everyone out there wants to have their say.
If no one clicks on the video,
you don't watch. The point of a thumbnail is to create a journey from the thumbnail to even the
high quality images are crucial.
add some intrigue and make people want to know what happens next. Doesn't make any sense.
But no one tells you the whole strategy. The strategy? What? Does it take a strategy to create a thumbnail? Yep. Because as Mr. Beast says,
if people don't click, they don't watch. So you want to give them something to click. Yeah.
So let's make them click. Now the real question is, what makes a person click a video? Well, the answer is encapsulated in 2 psychological factors: the curiosity and the eye-catching level. Any successful YouTuber follows these 2 factors. So make sure you follow them too, and now I'll explain how. Well, first, you should know what the curiosity gap is, right? Okay. The curiosity gap is the space between what a person knows and what they want to know. Our job is to fill this gap by letting people know that we are the ones who will satisfy their curiosity with the help of a simple but effective thumbnail. To show you what I mean, take a look at this thumbnail from Mr. Beast. It's perfect. The expression, the posture, the ragged clothes, the title, and the white soundproof room. All these details express a challenge, something we call curiosity. The thumbnail you just saw is a perfect example of a story thumbnail. These types of thumbnails generate curiosity and make people wonder what will happen next. When a thumbnail makes you ask questions, then the click is assured. This one makes you wonder what billionaires might have done at Ryan's party. Well, if you want to know, click the video. Big numbers thumbnail is another example of a trivia generator. When talking about numbers, money plays an essential role. Money is the king, you know. People are curious to see what a $250 million penthouse looks like. Me too. Before and after thumbnail. Before and after shots build people's curiosity. Anyone would like to know how this guy got from this to... I just don't think it's the same guy. Okay, let's be serious. Creating a thumbnail like this doesn't always work. So try to stay realistic. Even using the same image and photo retouching to make the difference seem more obvious might work. Shocking thumbnail. They are usually created without text and perform better when used in this way. You can highlight an object like this, highlighting a rocket towards the President of the United States, or simply a train hurtling toward Mr. Beast. This is the target emotion of these thumbnails with the goal to shock viewers. Question thumbnail. Write a simple question to grab attention and have people ask how this dude got rich. Or this other one asking about driving a rich dude's Lamborghini. Brave the dude. Many instead use a question on the thumbnail and then give a teaser answer on the title of the video. Asking questions will open a loop that will close only by watching the video. So which of these thumbnails would fit your video? Before opening Photoshop, ask yourself, what question would fill their curiosity? If you don't have it, it means your video is not interesting enough, and the thumbnail is the least of your problems. Worry about your video idea first, and extrapolate the question to ask people who want the answer. Your answer. Well, now that we have our video idea, the thumbnail type, and filled the curiosity gap, another problem arises. We have to stop them. When we browse YouTube, we scroll endlessly until something in our brain makes us unconsciously stop. That something could be the face of your favorite actor, your favorite YouTuber, or simply the text. This happens when our eyes focus on something familiar to us, and hooked by curiosity, we click the video. One of the elements that catch your eyes is the face. Also, an expressive face hits your eyes and can perfectly describe the topic of the video. But yeah, all successful YouTubers do this, so I use my pretty face too. Nah. This unfortunately may work for your favorite YouTuber, but not for you. But don't be discouraged. Many channels use this strategy to their advantage by exploiting the notoriety of a public figure to attract attention. Even using characters from a cartoon or game might work. But the face is not the only element to create the spotlight. Text is another powerful way to get the same level of attention. But hey, don't fill the thumbnail with text. Use 1 to 3 words maximum, but make sure they are impactful. It is really important to keep the thumbnail simple. Take a look at Kurzgesagt's thumbnails. He follows exactly these two factors and is a perfect example of a story thumbnail. And he also uses text to grab attention. If you look at all of his thumbnails, his style is pretty much the same for almost all of his videos. So the idea is to try and keep your style the same for almost every video. This will let your audience know it's your style. But if you've noticed, this channel changes its style a little bit for every 6th or 7th video, so it's not repetitive. And that's exactly what you need to do too. Those style changes can be made by editing some of the thumbnail elements. And speaking of editing, I've got a secret talent I'd like to share with you all. I'm not just a thumbnail designer. In fact, I am actually a pretty amazing video editor too. So amazing that I finally decided to open my own agency. But wait, these services are limited to a small number of people to ensure the highest quality with each video, so go to moneyhacks.com now and book a call. Hey, wake up! You just learned how to create an irresistible thumbnail, right? I don't think so. Now you know the theory, but do you know how to use all these tips in practice? Don't stop the video now thinking you already know how to do it, because trust me, you don't. Okay, my idea is to create a simple thumbnail without too many edits or advanced design techniques. So even if you are new to Photoshop, you can do it. Anyway, here I drew a preview on a sheet of paper and chose this title, which I think is pretty solid. Now, open Photoshop, create a new design, and let's start our work. Following my design, we need to create these boxes, select the rectangle shape, and set the width to 350 1.7 pixels and the height to 197.83 pixels. Let's change the color and add other elements to create this YouTube-style preview. Here we go. I think it's good. Now we duplicate the layer 4 times to get a total of 5 previews. Now I would give a brighter purple to the second layer and enlarge it to highlight the winning thumbnail in this case. Okay, what's left? Let me check again. Oh, the text. Let's add the text, choose the font, and write. Your thumbnail sucks, which is true. Okay, I think that's fine. Is that okay? Absolutely not. Let's change the color to white and enlarge to fill in the spaces. Then we add this arrow and modify it by adding a black outline. One last thing, I would add this overlay to the background by reducing the transparency. Okay, now it looks much better. But I don't like the text. I see it as too bare. Let's try adding a red rectangle like in my last thumbnail. Select the shape and choose the color and size. Here it is. Oh, and don't forget to put the text on the rectangle. Finally, I would add some shadow around it to make it more reflective. Okay, now that should work. I also added other elements to refine it, and this is the final result. Look, maybe this is not the best thumbnail on an artistic level, but it will definitely be effective on YouTube. Before posting the video, always test how it looks on YouTube. To do this, go to thumbsup.tv, upload your thumbnail, enter your title, and see if it works. But that probably won't give you the definitive answer, which is why I always recommend creating other thumbnail variations in case your first alternative doesn't perform. But how do you know when it's time to swap? Well, you will have to look at the 3 main metrics: views, impressions, and CTR. If you see that after 24 hours, the 3 metrics are below average, well, it's time to swap. What if only the CTR is below average? Do I still change it? Absolutely not. If views and impressions are high, it means YouTube decided to push your video to a wider audience. So stay all unchanged and let YouTube perform. So this is how I make my thumbnails and how you should make them too. But hey, remember that the thumbnail is only the start of a great YouTube video. Most videos do not get the success they deserve because of several factors, including your video editing. Click this video to master editing in your next videos.